Hey everyone, and welcome to my dragon scale glove tutorial. I'm going to show you how these look on because they're really cool. Like this. So they're really nice. This stitch goes all the way around, and then you can make this part as long as you want. These are the shorter ones, but you can carry on longer at pure arm. I did get inspiration from this from another YouTube video, so I will link that below, as you know, I think it's unfair if I don't, but I have changed it into my own pattern to something that's a bit more comfortable for me, and I have had comments about wanting the pattern for it. So here we go. I'll tell you what you need to start. So I am using the Riot yarn from King Cole in, it's like forest or something to do with forest. I'll check that and put that below for you. So you need any type of yarn, probably DK though, not too chunky for this. And then I have a 3mm crochet hook. This makes the stitches nice and tight, and to give you that nice tight look. And then just a darning needle. Okay, let's get started. So to start, we're going to do a slip knot. Do a slip knot whichever way you want. Now, for this size, we're going to be chaining 42. This makes sort of medium to small size gloves. I do find that they do stretch out a bit though, so I do tend to stick with this size. So, chain 42. So you've chained 42. Now we're going to want to make this into a big loop. So follow this around from this part to make sure it doesn't twist. Follow it down the line like that, and then slip stitch into your first chain, which is just this one here. Stitch. Then I like to chain one just to secure them. So now you can see your loop, there's no twists in it. I can follow it around from this end all the way to this end, and it's nice and not twisted. So in this first, very first chain right here, that's where we're going to put our first stitch, right into here. So we're going to be doing double crochet at the moment into this very first chain, and we're going to do 2 into there. So 1 and 2. One, 2 into there. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, 2 chains, and into the third chain do 1 more double crochet. Chain 1, skip 2, in the third chain I'm going to do 2 double crochets. Chain 1, skip 2, and in the third chain do 1 double crochet. So you're going to go in that pattern, always chaining 1 in between the stitches, skip 2, in the third 2 double crochets. Chain 1. Follow that pattern all the way around until you come to the end, and then I'll show you what to do. So I've just done my last 2 double crochets, and I've got 1 more single to do. So you should be ending on a single. So skip 1, 2, and then into the third do a double crochet and chain 1. And now you finish that part, you can go into, you chained one over here at the start, and you can slip stitch your double crochet into that starting chain like that, and now you've got a nice ring. So now we're going to start doing the crocodile stitch. Once you're past this first round, everything becomes pretty easy, to be honest. So you've got your first 2 double crochets here. You can see that first one, it might be squished up a bit, but it's definitely there. So what you're going to do is we're going to be doing 5 double crochets into each of these 2 posts, like around them. So the first one's going to look like this. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook under and out of that first post. So just to show you that again, yarn over, underneath and out through the middle. And now you can turn your work more towards you, and you're gonna do 5 double crochets. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through, and that's your first double crochet into that one post. So now we've got 4 more, so same place that that's gone into, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. Now you're going to turn your work to the other side. Now if you open this out, you can see where you've just done the 5 double crochets around this post, and now we're going to do 5 double crochets around the post right next to it. Not the one that's on its own, we're going to slip stitch into that in a second, the one that's right next to it. So yarn over, underneath and out the middle again, and do a double crochet, and 4 more into that same little spot. 3, 4, 5. Now you can open it up and you'll see you've got your first little crocodile stitch. Now this single post that's on its own, that's going to be used to slip stitch. So now you're going to slip stitch that into that post, and when that does, it holds the crocodile stitch nice and flat. So now we're going to do the crocodile stitch again. It is easier to see on this one because it's nice and open and not crowded up to the chain 1 space. So let's start again. So yarn over, insert under and out through the middle of those 2 stitches, and do your 5 double crochets into that hole. Four, 5. Chain 1, turn your work so that you can see the other side, and you're going to work your way up that post now. So yarn over, insert, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch into that single post. So you've done 2 now. Okay, so let's do the next one. Yarn over, you've got your 2 little V's, under and through, turn your work, so you're working down the post, and 5 double crochets. Four, 5 single crochet, chain 1 you're in, and then yarn over and work up the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now slip stitch into the single post, and now you've done 3. So you're going to continue along all the way along this row until continue along all the way along the row until you get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. I'm going to do this last one with you just so that you know where to slip stitch it in. So yarn over, insert, and do your 5 doubles. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. Turn and insert 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now you've got your last little space here, you can see. That's where you're going to slip stitch. So slip stitch into there. You're going to now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. Don't worry about that part, that bit won't be shown. And now you're also going to turn it inside out. The next part is going to be making the foundation for your next set of crocodile stitches. So this next part is going to be making the foundation for your crocodile stitches. So this one counts as a double crochet, this chain 3. So we're going to put another one into that same space. So do another double crochet into where that is. Now, the one along, you're going to chain 1 to start, and this little hole in the top, of your crocodile stitch, we're going to put a double crochet. Chain 1. In the space between your 2 crocodile stitches, we're going to put 2 double crochets. Just find the hole. 1, 2. Chain 1. And now we're back to the hole in your crocodile stitch. Just 1 double crochet in there. Chain 1. Now we're in the middle of 2 crocodile stitches, so 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Chain 1, and there's the little hole where your crocodile stitch is, and do a 1 double crochet in there and chain 1 in the space. 2 double crochets, chain 1, back here again, so a single, chain 1, and then double in the space. You'll just have to sort of find a hole for the double. There isn't necessarily like a clear hole there. Chain 1, with a little hole, do a single, oops, chain 1, nearly back to the end, 2 in there, two in there, chain 1, what are we at? Single, 1 double in there, 2 doubles in that next one. Got 1 more to do, chain 1, and we've got a single left, a double, 1 more double to do in that little bit there, because you can see here is where you last did the 2 doubles. So at the top of the chain 3 space that you did, creating your double, we're going to now slip stitch. So count up 3 and slip stitch. Now you can turn your work back the right way around. And chain 1. So now you've chained 1, we're going to be doing the rest of our crocodile stitches. And you can see that the doubles, the 2 doubles, fall in between the last round of crocodile stitches, and your 1 double crochets are above the crocodile stitches. So this means that the next set of crocodile stitches will be in between your last round. So same as before, we're going to skip this first stitch here and go straight into making the crocodile stitch on this these next 2 here. So yarn over, under and through the middle like before, turn your work so that you're working down the stitch, and 5 into that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1, turn your work so you're working up that next stitch, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, slip stitch into the double crochet that's on its own. As you can see, this stitch now falls in between these 2 of the last round. So that's how you're going to carry on with this round. I'll do 1 more to show you. So you've got the 2 doubles on here. So yarn over, insert through the middle, turn to work down the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. Chain 1. Yarn over and work up the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into the double crochet that's done its own, like that, and I'm going to do one more. So yarn over, insert through the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, turn, insert through the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into that double crochet that's on its own, and yeah, that's how it should be starting to look. So as you can see, these ones are in between the last set you did. Carry on all the way around, and we'll talk about what you do on this last part here. I'm going to do this last stitch with you. So I've gone all the way around, and now I've got the last 2 double crochets to do and the slip stitch. So as usual, underneath, work your way down, 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, turn your work, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this part you're going to actually slip stitch into the single crochet, into the little single post you've got underneath the first crocodile stitch you just did. So if you just look under, like pull it up, and you can see where you need to slip stitch that in. And stitch it up. So now you've got 2 rows of your crocodile stitch, and you're just going to repeat all what we've just done so that you've got 6 rows of crocodile stitches. I will do this next one with you just so that you've got it, and then you can continue on your own. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work inside out, where this chain 3 is, you're going to do a double crochet. Oopsies, come back. Chain 1, do 1 double crochet in the little hole you've got from the crocodile stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the space between the 2 crocodile stitches, chain 1, 1 double crochet in that space, chain 1, 2 in the space in between the 2 crocodile stitches, chain 1, 1 in the space of the crocodile stitch, chain 1, and continue like that. Okay, I'm on my last one. So in the space of the crocodile stitch, just my single, oh my god, I'm determined to say single, aren't I? My 1 double, and slip stitch that into the 3rd chain up, like so, and chain 1, turn your work the right way around, and now you're ready to do the pattern that we did last round, which is skip this single post here and go straight into the 2 doubles here and do your crocodile stitch pattern as usual. That is the pattern now until you have 6 rows of the crocodile stitch. So I'll show you what I mean. So on this one I've already done. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once you've got 6 rows of that, come back to this video and we can talk about how we make the thumb hole and what we do if you want to make it shorter, longer, and we'll do this nice little edging as well. So I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, so you should have finished that now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of the crocodile stitch, and now we're going to carry on, do the thumb hole, do all of this part, and then you've done. So we're going to turn it inside out again. Okay, and we're going to chain 3. And then we're going to put a double crochet like we did last time into that same spot. So now you've got 2 double crochets. Now we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to chain 8, and this is going to be the thumb hole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got this chain 8 now. You're going to skip where you would put your 1 post, your 1 double crochet, and go straight into the bit in between the next 2 crocodile stitches. So skip this space and go into the post where you usually put 2 double crochets. So yarn over and pop a double crochet in there, and then another one. So do 2 double crochets into that space. Just to recap, we've done the chain 3, double crochet, chain 1, then chain 8, and then 2 double crochets in that space there. And now we've got the thumb hole, and now the rest is pretty easy. We're going to now do 2 double crochets in every space. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in this next space here, 2 double crochets in the gap in between the crocodile stitch, 2 double crochets in the crocodile stitch next. So we're going to carry on going around like that. So 1, 2, and we aren't chaining 1 in between each one. We are just moving on to the next one. I find that if you chain 1, it becomes a little bit too gappy, and I quite like it looking nice and neat. So keep going around. So now you've got back to the where you started, and we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain up again of your chain 3. Now you can turn your work the right way again and chain 3. Now we're going to be doing just the normal sort of granny stitch, but instead of doing 3 double crochets, it's just 2 instead. So you've chained 3, this counts as a double crochet. So in this in the space where this is straight below, you're going to put another double crochet, so straight into this space here, and then just move on to the next space and put 2. 2. Oops. And keep working that stitches around till you get to your chain 8, and I can show you what to do from there. So just the last 2 double crochet to go before we do the chain 8. So here's the chain 8, and what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 2 double crochets in the chain 8. So we're going to do 1 at the start, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 at the end, 7, 8. So 4 sets. So just right in the start here, 1, 2, skip like 2 chains, 1, 2, and do another 2, 1, 2, skip another 2, 1, 2, and then put 1 in this end chain here. 1, 2. And now you can slip stitch into the 3rd chain up. Pop your hook in there. Slip stitch that. And then there we go. So now the rest is really easy. We're going to chain 3. You can turn your work, you don't really need to turn it inside out now, you can just sort of look at it from the other angle. Excuse me. And we're going to do the same thing now all the way around until you get to it as long as you want. So we're now going to put another double crochet in this same space to make this, oops, into the right number. And just carry on all the way around. So 1 more to go until we can slip stitch into the chain 3. So we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Chain 3, turn your work around, and now carry on back that way around, and that's it. Just keep going until you get to as long as you want. So I think I did 12 rows for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, 11, 12 rows, and then we did a little peacock edging on there as well. So do as many rows as you want, and then we'll come back and do this little edging together. Right, so now you've done your 12 rows of granny stitch all the way up, and now we are going to do the little peacock edging. which is this here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. That's really easy. So chain 1, and in that same little chain that you've just chained 1, do a single crochet. And now in this actual gap, not the chain up here, but the gap, do a single crochet. And now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now in this little bit down here, you can see that there's 2 loops that I can pick up. Yeah? In this 2 loops, you're going to slip stitch. So grab your yarn and slip stitch. And that actually makes the little peacock thing. Then the next 2 stitches, the actual stitches at the top, you're going to do a single crochet, and then a single crochet in the next one along, and then in the gap, like you did before, a single crochet, chain 3, pick up the first 2 loops and slip stitch, a single crochet, another single crochet in the gap, chain 3, pick up those 2 loops, slip stitch, 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, in the gap, chain 3, okay. Carry on all the way around the top and you'll get this really cute little edgy, and I'll meet you around the other side. And that's it, guys. So when you've gone all the way around, slip stitch into the next stitch, trim your yarn, pull that through, pull that nice and tight, and then just weave in your ends. So you might have a few ends, you'll have a few at the beginning and top, and then that's it. And then you finished your beautiful gloves. Just one quick thing here, guys, that I forgot to say. The gloves are made the same, so once you've made one, rewind the video and make the other. Thank you, guys. That's it, guys. I would love to see these once you've created them. On Facebook, I am Handmade by Lauren Lewis, and if you also want to go to the group Cloudy with the Chance of Crochet, there are lots of people there that would love to see your creations as well. Thank you so much, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.